So I just recorded almost the entire thing and my phone rang and I lost it. So let's try this again. Why was that necessary, Penny? It is week 8. It's Wednesday. It is the first day we've had sun, if we call that sun, in, God, I don't even remember the last sunny day we had. It has been raining nonstop. I can't even remember the last time I had to water the garden. It's just been torrential downpours, or if not that, then just enough rain every day. Like, look how wet this pot is. I don't know if you can see, but it's definitely, we've had our share of water, which has been great because some of the plants are loving it. But what are you doing? But on the flip side, the temperatures have been really low, which has been not so awesome for some other plants. But anyway, here's a tomato. Not looking great. I don't know what the issue is. There's 1, 2, 3 tomatoes doing really well, and then 3 tomatoes that are just doing terribly. So maybe they're just meant to not be awesome, but that tomato's definitely not happy. These garlic guys have, I don't know, multiplied. There's a lot more of them in there, so I think we still have till fall or maybe even next spring before that garlic is ready. Then we have this container, which I've picked a couple radishes from already, and I noticed earlier in my first attempt to do this video that we have a huge radish in there, which is awesome. I actually didn't think we had any good radishes in here left. Most of them are pretty small, but that one's looking pretty good, so hooray to that. And apparently this container, the radishes are less spicy or waterier, I guess, versus the one, I picked one over there, and apparently that one is much spicier. So I don't know if it's the soil conditions. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact soil that's in there, or how it's planted, or just the sun it's getting or something, but they actually taste different, which is interesting. Alright, Penny, stop knocking over plants. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, she gets so jealous when I'm not talking to her. Since she was a puppy, she would bark as soon as I got on the phone. Wildflowers have gotten taller. I think the rain has helped. We have some little white flowers. I don't know if you can see them, like there and there. I think we have another couple weeks till these are ready. I cannot remember when they started to flower last year. I just remember by the end of the summer they were like yay tall. So I'm sure they will. They're growing, so they look happy. I don't know what's a weed and what's not still. Like that looks like a flower, but is it one? So we'll just see when they go, and then I'll clean it up. I see like hostra leaves back there, and there's all sorts of stuff. That's just a mess. But once they start to flower and stuff, I'm going to clean up and do like a clean line of them, I think. And then make this all look a bit neater. But then we have these radishes here, which I actually didn't think were growing until my first attempt at this video, when I saw there's actually, oops, not that one, radishes in here. So until this week, I think this is all from the rain, because there were no radishes growing on the bottoms of these guys. Let's see. Oh look, see, here's another one. There was nothing growing on these, and now there's at least a couple. So maybe we will have even more radishes than I thought. I'm actually starting to like them a little bit. I've been throwing them in my salads. They're still not my favorite, but they're decent and crunchy, and they're fun to grow. So I actually ordered a whole bunch. Penelope, it's a notebook. Chill. Oh my god. Someday I'll get a normal dog. Come here. Come. Literally pages of my notebook are blowing in the wind. Anyway, so I ordered a whole bunch more seeds for a fall planting, which I'll do like once all these are done, I guess maybe in August or September or so. But I ordered a couple of different radish varieties, a couple of different carrot varieties, just as an experiment. I really don't know what'll come up because of the temperatures then, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. Anyway, and they were like really cheap. I found them from some YouTuber that I found, and I have been watching obsessively. Anyway, so the corn. Let's see if you can see how big it's gotten. So we started probably about here, and now we're up here, and that one's even bigger back there. So the corn's looking super happy, except for that one there, which I had an unfortunate decapitation at the hands of a tennis ball. I kind of threw it for Penny, and it kind of decapitated the plant. Not my best move, but he's growing his leaves back. He was actually just like a stump a couple days ago, so thank God Mother Nature heals itself, and we'll have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 corn plants. Penny, give it up. 10 corn plants, I guess. The rest of his bed is just doing nothing. I think these all require warmer temperatures than we've had. The weather's really dropped down. It was like in the 50s and 60s all week, and most of these plants need 60s and 70s and higher, so like that is a poor excuse. This plant is smaller than when I got it, so we'll see what happens here. I don't really have high hopes, and if these guys don't start to take by like the middle of the month into like the 3rd week of the month, I might just pull them and put something else here, not waste the space. So we shall see. All right, then over to the bed. All right, so what's going on over here? Oh my God, let me just deal with this notebook. Penny, look at this. She's freaking out because the notebook's blowing in the wind. All right. The bed. Peppers, these are looking better than the ones over there, but still not awesome. Luckily, this one seems to be coming up a bit more. It's starting to get some new leaves in there, so I think these guys are on the recovery versus those guys over there. So still not all lost, though they looked like it with all the rain and the cold temperatures we had. Then this bib lettuce I started to eat this week. I started to just like chop off some leaves and eat them that way, and then I found a new way of harvesting lettuce again on that YouTube channel that I've been obsessively watching, and I'm trying that because this is actually supposed to grow into heads of lettuce, but I planted them too close because I had no idea what I was doing, and so now there's just like a bunch of heads competing here. So for this guy, I just chopped 2 of the heads off, and so I'm gonna leave this one to see if I can get like a nice, you know, iceberg style round head of lettuce, and then these I'm just going to use for leaves like I've been doing. So that's kind of an experiment. These will probably grow back, so I'll have more leaves over there, but I want to see if I can grow like 1 head at least, and then the rest I'll just use to eat. And on the worm front, fingers crossed, I have not encountered another worm since like, I want to say Friday of last week or so. So either it's been the rain or the stuff I sprayed on them or some combination of all of that, but they're gone, thank God, I think. I still see some nibbles and stuff, but I haven't been able to find more worms, so maybe they're just nibbles I've missed, and there's no poops or anything, so I think we're okay. The kale, I picked a bunch off last week after the whole worm incident, and it's grown back like double the size already, so this one in particular loved all the rain. And even this one, which has always been kind of slow to grow, has gotten really big since last week. The cucumbers are kind of a mixed bag. We have like that guy who's where's my finger? That guy who's looking a little yellow. Same is true for that one. But on the flip side, there's this one, which is sort of like my prized cucumber right now. Look at the size of these leaves. So maybe it likes the shade that it's getting from the peas, but it's huge. Like, it's a massive plant. It's actually crowding out these little guys down here, so I'll probably just pull them. Like, all of these guys are getting crowded out, so I don't know what the plan is here, but that one's doing really well, so I'm pretty sure we'll get cucumbers out of that one. And I'm not really sure what's going on with that one there. Anyway, the peas have grown. They're officially, let's see, waist height. This leaf here is up to my waist, which doesn't say a lot considering I'm 5'2", but that's good progress. And like, check the size of these leaves. That's awesome. There's a bunch of them. So I've been trying to pop out every day if I can and just train them up the trellis. I'm not super loving this trellis at the moment. It's structurally questionable, especially once the cucumbers start growing up. So I don't know if I'm going to replace it or just reinforce it or something, but I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't feel sturdy. But we'll see. It's doing the job. I mean, everything's climbing. It's not like climbing is failing. I wished it was a little bit neater, which is a strange request, but I wanted them to sort of grow up in one line each. and they're not. But that's just my OCD, I think. Anyway, these peas are looking really good. These are the snow peas. Then over here, these snap peas are also looking really good. They were pretty small last week, actually, and the rain, they've loved all this rain. In my first video, Harold was actually around here somewhere. I hadn't seen him in a couple of days. I thought he was gone, and I can't find him now. But he was over here, climbing on the peas. Sometimes he hangs out like on the strings, but he's not up there now. He's over here somewhere. I just saw him. If I see him again, I'll take a little video. Anyway, oh, there he is. So he moved his way to the eggplant, but that's Harold. And Harold actually got a friend, Marvin, this week, but I'm pretty sure Marvin left. So Harold has been in here now, I think, for 2 solid weeks, if not longer. And over the weekend, we bought some like giant grapes at Costco, and there was a ladybug in there. So my mom's like, "There's a ladybug, you gotta put him in the garden, you gotta put him in the garden." So he's named Marvin, but he was a bit of a flyer, and I'm pretty sure he's gone. Oh, Harold must have just taken a flying leap, because he is over yonder now. But Harold's doing a great job eating my aphids. I actually haven't seen any in a while. I'm pretty sure the rain is helping with that too. But either way, that's a pretty solid amount of time. This is firmly Harold's home now. I'm pretty sure he's never gonna leave, which is kind of cool. And then I like playing the whole Find the Harold game in the morning. But anyway, Harold's still here and ticking and doing his job. And then we have the carrots, which have grown, God, I don't even know, probably 2 inches, 3 inches since last week, especially this one over here. Like these guys, were shorter than my finger, just about finger size last week, and now they're well above it, probably 2 or 3 inches taller. And that's true for a lot of them. Like there's another really tall one over there. So I'm not sure when they start to grow, like, you know, actual carrot down there, but they're looking really, really good compared to the little snivelly sprouts I had for a month on end. So according to my calendar, I'm pretty sure the carrots are supposed to be ready in 2 weeks. I find that hard to believe given what they look like now. So I'm pretty sure the temperatures and the rain have played into this. I'm guessing I have at least another month until these carrots are ready. And they went in at least a month ago. I can't remember exactly. I have it on my calendar, but they're taking a bit longer to grow than I think they're supposed to. That's okay. Still eat carrots. And then I was kind of hoping, and I don't get how this works, but I was kind of hoping that the carrots and the radish and the lettuce would all be ready at once so I could, you know, put them in a salad. But I think the lettuces are mostly going to have bolted and gone to seed before, like, these and the peppers and everything else are ready. So I don't know how that works out timing-wise. I'm just going to have to maybe do some, like, indoor lettuces or something. But anyway, carrots are looking good. And then these lettuces, which were really slow to start, have actually been fantastic and delicious. Like, these are my new favorite. I wish I did a whole lot more than I did. This is my new, like, trimming method. So I just come in, cut the thing off. Instead of, I was actually coming in, like, picking the individual leaves I liked, and that was just ridiculous. It was taking me forever. So this system will hopefully work. Like, there's already new leaves growing in here. And so I'll just sort of work my way over there, and then by the time I get over there, hopefully these have grown in a bit. It's an experiment. Hopefully I don't kill them all off, but these leaves, this lettuce is awesome. It was just called, like, lettuce mix, I think, in the seed bag, but I'm a fan. What else do we have? Onions, still, I mean, they look the same. They're gonna look the same forever. And the radishes are also a bit of a mixed bag. Like, you have this thing, which is nothing, but then you have the prized possession of this garden right now, that radish, which is my biggest radish yet. Nice big leaves, nice everything. Like, that is sort of the perfect radish. And then we have all the others. So I'm hoping that some more will grow, and we'll see. I picked that one there. It was really good, and just gonna keep going. And again, I have like a whole new set of seeds coming for the fall to just do like a fall crop of radish, and trying a bunch of different varieties and things. That's one thing I didn't really experiment with this year. I just sort of went to Home Depot and bought like radish seeds. And now that I'm like looking into this more and researching more and blah blah blah, like, I think I'd like to try doing different varieties and different planting methods and things like that. This was a really good first attempt, I think. I learned a lot about what not to do and what I'd like to do differently for next year or even the fall, but the radishes are one that I don't know what happened. Generally, I've had some like small plants, like these are small. My arugula and my spinach ended up small, so I think I might need more compost in here and stuff too. So I have to work on that sort of stuff for the next round, but for a first attempt, like this is solid. Like that is a definition of a radish. It passes radish test. I have at least one of them, so I'm happy with it. Anyway, that's enough about the radishes. The arugula has bolted. That's it. These flowers are actually new since yesterday. It's been bolting for a couple weeks now, and I'm finally decided to let it just go to seed, and I'm going to collect the seeds and replant. Just for funsies, I'll probably replant them in the fall if they go to seed quickly enough. If not, I think I have more seeds in the packet. Same is true for the spinach. It's already started to bolt, and these never really grew, so I don't know what's going on there. I have to figure out if you have any ideas. Like, they started to go yellow really quickly. Maybe they're getting too much water. I don't know what the deal is, but these never really took off. I've gotten a couple salads out of it, but nothing like, there's, 18 plants here. I should have gotten way more than I did. Anyway, so, lessons learned. I think I'll put the spinach back again in the fall, too. We'll see. This tomato plant's looking great. He's reached the second rung of his cage. He was down here, I think, last week. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 flowers in there. 4 flowers. And same is true for this guy getting a bunch of flowers. So these are the beefsteaks. They're the happiest of all the tomato plants, I think. So we'll have at least some. Eggplants getting some new leaves, but nothing extraordinarily exciting. And I think that's it for this bed. I feel like I don't have any extra plants, but these videos are taking way longer to make. Now over to the edamame, which tons of new leaves. They've grown a bunch. I'm happy. Those have turned yellow, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to. And Penny is inspecting. Yep. Cool. They look good. Again, another tomato that's not doing awesome. And the raspberries. Look at this. Oh, where are you? 1 raspberry there. And then there's another raspberry. Oh, come on, focus. Well, take my word for it, there are raspberries there. I don't know why it's not focusing. Hello? There we go. So, anyway, 1, 2, 3 raspberries, 2 more flowers, and there's another flower coming over here. So, I don't know how it's possible for this. Oh, here's another flower. So, this little stick is going to put off 5 or 6 raspberries. You could have fooled me. The strawberries, still no flowers, still no even signs of flowers. Still have 2 runners. I'm not really sure what's going on here. They might just be in their non-strawberry producing year. I'm pretty sure this is year 3 or 4 for at least one of these plants. So, might not have strawberries. And then this tomato plant is a cherry tomato plant, I think, and it's doing pretty well. It's gotten big compared to the other ones. I mean, that's how it started. That's the size. So, I don't know why that one is that size and that one is that size, but it is. So next week, week 9, can't really see many updates, just more lettuce, more, maybe starting to fruit on the tomatoes and things. Maybe we'll have a raspberry, and fingers crossed at least maybe 1 strawberry flower? I don't know. Wishful thinking. Anyway, sun's out, I'm happy, plants are happy. See you next week.